Fans of SSI's Panzer General and Allied General, anxiously awaiting a Civil War version of their beloved gaming system, have as yet been saddened by the continued silence of the folks at SSI on this subject. Perhaps hearing the cries of woe of these fans, the crew at Sierra's Impressions Division have plunged into the Civil War with a vengeance and are hard at work on their upcoming Robert E. Lee Civil War General. From the famous General's command tent, you'll be able to direct the Confederate forces through a variety of battles. Depending on your leadership and the whims of war, you may even get to fight in a fictional battle in or around Washington, D.C. Civil War General will give you a wide variety of gameplay options. While you can play individual battles or even specific days in a battle as either side, either against the computer or hot seat modem against a friend, sorry, no network or email play, most players will jump into their role as Bobby Lee to control the campaign game. The turn-based battles you fight will be played on detailed hex-based maps. Hexes are scaled at 200 yards across, and the terrain will be realistically sculpted with up to 7 levels of elevation. Much effort has gone into crafting a beautiful interface. A variety of 19th century units will be depicted, including infantry, artillery, and cavalry. Even pickets and skirmishers will play a part. The ever-important unit formations are represented along with their effects on movement and combat. Units are brigade-sized and will be traced with up to 14 different stats. Detail-oriented grognards will love this, but for those who don't care, this detail can be hidden. In fact, gamers will have a lot of flexibility in configuring the information displays to show what they want. Leaders from individual units all the way up to corps level will play an important part in the game. They will be able to spend morale points on a unit to pump it up for combat or rally it after a hard march or murderous fire. Leaders can be lost on the battlefield, and wounded leaders won't necessarily reappear hale and hearty for the next battle. In between battles, the computer will decide if they died of their wounds, are still recuperating, or are able to report back for duty, although possibly in reduced health. In-between battle units can be re-equipped and resupplied. Players may even get the chance to upgrade to newer, more capable weapons, but watch out! Even if you can equip all your troops with repeating rifles, the folks back in Richmond may not, indeed almost certainly will not be able to supply you with the ammo you need for that weapon. Of course, during battle, your troops will get the chance to pick up weapons from enemy units or supply caches, so maybe battlefield appropriations will work where bureaucratic ones don't. The multimedia historical reference is receiving a lot of attention from the team at Impressions. Instead of being a reference on battles alone, Impressions is hoping that it will be more of a tribute to the war and those who both fought in it and were affected by it. It will contain information on the population and the politics of the two sides, as well as reviews of the leaders and campaigns. Animation, including some animated campaign maps, sound, and perhaps video, will flesh out the encyclopedia. Robert E. Lee, Civil War General, looks like it could bring both the ease of Panzer General and the depth of a good coffee table reference together on your gaming screen. A complete multimedia encyclopedia will provide a colorful and potentially educational backdrop to the game, and the art of renowned Civil War painter Mort Kunstler graces the game throughout. We're looking forward to getting our hands on the finished version of this game to see how it all pans out. When we do, you can be sure we'll file a field report.